You are not outdated. It's just that the world is rushing toward the new and forgetting the values that once brought stillness to the soul. If you've already lived through more than half your life, witnessed countless changes, and felt disappointment at the haste and noise of the modern world, then perhaps now is the time to return to the old, but never obsolete, truths. 3 Eastern philosophical ideas that can help you see the world differently, more deeply, more gently, and with true peace. The real question isn't, how is the world changing? But, do we still have the clarity to truly perceive it? What you're about to read isn't abstract philosophy meant for debate. It's practical wisdom for living, with less suffering and more understanding, especially if you've been through life long enough to realize that money doesn't cure loneliness and success doesn't fill the spiritual emptiness. The first idea comes from Taoism, Wu Wei or action without force. It may sound contradictory, but doing nothing doesn't mean giving up. Wu Wei is the wisdom of the elderly who understand that forcing the flow of life only exhausts us. When we are young, we throw ourselves into everything as if the world will collapse if we don't control it. But at some point we realize, beautiful things happen when we know where to let go. Wu Wei is not about neglect. It's about trusting the natural harmony of all things, about stepping back and allowing everything to find its rightful place. Have you ever felt worn out from worrying about your children or grandchildren, from carrying the weight of the family in silence? Maybe it's time to step back, not out of weakness, but because you are strong enough not to control everything anymore. Let life flow on its own, and you will find your heart lighter and your loved ones happier, freed from the burden of your well-intentioned care. The second idea comes from Buddhism. All things are impermanent. This is not a sad truth. It's a liberating one, especially in the face of loss. If you are in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, you've likely said goodbye to many people, parents, old friends, perhaps even a life partner. You've felt your body change, your memory fade. But rather than mourn, you might see it as life's gentle reminder, everything changes, and that's why everything is precious. It's precisely because nothing lasts forever that each moment becomes sacred. Impermanence doesn't lead us to despair. It invites us to fully live. When you realize you don't have as much time left as before, you begin to treasure every morning sunrise, every simple meal with family. You stop wasting time on anger, stop waiting for a special occasion to say kind words. You understand that everything, including yourself, is just passing through this life. And so, you live as if today is a gift, not a burden. The third idea comes from Confucianism. Cultivate the self, manage the family, govern the state, bring peace to the world. It sounds lofty, but its heart lies in 2 words: cultivate the self. Many older people feel they have no role in today's fast-moving world. They're no longer working, no one seeks their opinion. But Eastern philosophy teaches the opposite. Old age is the time to turn inward, to refine one's character, to become a living example for the next generations. You don't need a podium or a title to have impact. A grandfather who listens patiently, a grandmother who radiates quiet compassion, can be a pillar of moral strength. You don't need to change the world, but you can shape a child's future just by how you live. Sometimes, a calm gaze, a gentle word from an elder can plant deeper seeds of virtue than 100 lectures. You don't need social media or glamour. Cultivating yourself is the greatest gift you can leave behind. And if you ever feel lonely or out of place in this digital age, remember, in the East, we have never forgotten those who came before us. We honor the elderly not for their white hair, but for surviving the storms of life with grace and still being able to smile. If you've read this far, it means you still care about inner peace, about ancient wisdom, and that alone is enough to begin a new journey, whether you are 60, 70, or even 80. The world out there may be noisy, but within you, there is always a quiet place waiting to be heard. Eastern philosophy may not promise youth, but it can help you live with depth. And sometimes, living deeply is all it takes to make the world beautiful again.